11B is going to be logo placement, and you will take your finished vector logo and place it on at least 2 objects. I will provide some files that you can choose from. You are also welcome to go find whatever specific object you want to apply yours to. However, I would like it to be presented in this format with your logo next to the 2 objects that it's placed on. You don't need to hand in a Photoshop file. All you need to hand in is a JPEG. So here is how I would go about doing this, is I would first of all get my file set up with the objects that I wanted to place my logo on. I would go to my logo file, grab my 3 layers that make up my vector object, and then with my move tool, I'll click out here in the center to grab everything and move it up to the logo placement file and drop it in. Now at this point you would convert it into a smart object. So if you're not sure how to do all that, go back and look over the bottom of lesson 8. But I'll talk you through it here anyway. So with your layers selected, right click and choose Convert to Smart Object, and then transform that so that it fits nicely in the rest of your space. And then you'll take a copy of this smart object and apply it to the 2 objects that you're going for. So you would use your transform functions. If you hit Command T to transform and are looking at putting it on this box, I would first line up one of the corners and then hold down Command and move the other corners to fit the edges of the box. When you're doing this, you do want kind of to keep an eye on your logo, make sure it doesn't end up squished out of proportion to what it actually looks like. You want it to look as close as you can to how it would really look if that logo were printed or stamped or engraved or burned, or however you want to make this look. So I'm just holding down Command and moving things around until it looks right. The other thing you need to do with logo placement is try and make it look like it's actually applied to that object. So this one doesn't look too bad on top of that cardboard. However, I could try a different blend mode. I'm going to set mine to multiply. And this has what's called a color shift. So if you are printing for color on an object that is not white, this is what it would actually look like, is the inks would look darker because there's no white behind them, and that's a true thing. So kind of process it in your head how you want these to look. If it was going to be just a stamp on there or a silk screen, kind of whatever you're thinking, make it look good. And then you'll take more copies of your original the original smart object here with your logo, and apply it to both objects. So with this cup, it's not going to work if it's just straight on, because this cup has a little bit of a curve. So I'm going to right click and choose Warp and match the shape of the cup just a little bit. It's one of those things that your eye will actually grab onto if it isn't quite right. And then you need to find the right blend mode to make that look like it's really on there, and it looks like multiply is a good call for this cup as well. You won't send in the PSD for this. I want you to just submit a JPEG and it will be ready to go. You're welcome to put your name and information if you'd like down at the bottom, or even use your copyright brush that you created a little while ago. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this project and find a couple fun things to put your logo on, and I can't wait to see what you come up with.